Good evening, you're now with me, Radzi Ahmad, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg says to investors that Sarawak is open for business and brimming with opportunities. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim extends his congratulations and welcome to the government of Kosovo on the opening of its embassy in Kuala Lumpur. And in world news, U.S. President Donald Trump signs an executive order instructing the federal government to cease public funding for national broadcasters NPR and PBS. Sarawak is open for business and teeming with opportunities. That was the clear message from Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg during a fireside chat session at the 2025 Sarawak Connect Forum in London. Speaking to a room of potential investors and business leaders, Abang Johari shared his vision for Sarawak's growth and invited international collaboration to shape the state's future. He also highlighted 4 key goals he hopes to achieve from this international engagement.
And what I'm saying here is Sarawak is a place where there is potential for future growth. That's one. Number 2, we have that stability and reasonable people in Sarawak. And number 3 is we have...
I notice everyone's nodding. I'm not sure whether they've been told to, but yes, we agree.
Yeah. And the third is you must have a roadmap. Your policy must be consistent, irrespective who is the premier. It must be consistent towards the future. And we have laid our groundwork up to 2030. Even now, we are talking about beyond 2030 to 2035.
The Premier emphasized that with Sarawak's long-term development blueprint already mapped out to 2035, the state is well positioned for sustainable investment. According to him, Sarawak needs strategic partnerships to accelerate technology and innovation, green capital to develop renewable energy and carbon storage initiatives, knowledge sharing to enhance its digital economy, and trust in Sarawak's consistent policies and commitment to a low-carbon future.
And with that sort of environment you are in, then investors can calculate. Number 1 is whether there is risk there or not. Number 2, whether you can make money or not. And number 3 is whether you can be sustainable in that particular environment. I think these are the 3 questions. If you can give positive answers to these 3, then there is yours.
With a stable government, long-term vision and an open arms policy, Abang Johari hoped that this visit will forge new partnerships that benefit both investors and the people of Sarawak.
Sarawak is positioning itself as a global model for green growth and sustainable investment, as was said by Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan during a meeting with the International Hydropower Association and Global Renewable Alliances in London. He highlighted Sarawak's alignment with ESG principles and global sustainability goals.
He reaffirmed potential investors that contributing to Sarawak will not only lead to economic growth but to a legacy of inclusivity and sustainability. Awang Tengah also called on global investors and innovators to partner with Sarawak in building a resilient and equitable green economy. During the meeting, Sarawak's clean energy efforts, particularly in hydropower and green hydrogen, were also showcased as key to attracting sustainable investment. The engagement was part of Sarawak's ongoing campaign under the theme Building a Sustainable Future, Invest in Sarawak.
BINTULU Hospital made history after becoming the first non-cardiac government hospital in Malaysia to successfully perform angiogram procedures to detect coronary artery blockages. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Koo Hian said the achievement was made possible through the support of BINTULU Hospital's Radiology Department, which not only shared its existing facilities but also upgraded the catheterization room or cath lab to enable heart examinations. Dr. Sim added that a team of doctors and nurses from the Sarawak Heart Center performed the procedure on site at BINTULU Hospital.
This will benefit more than 200 patients a year. Otherwise, these people travel more than 7 hours by car or more than 1 hour by plane to come all the way to Kuching to have this procedure done.
In a video posted on social media recently, he highlighted that the support of Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg, who is also the chairman of the Sarawak Heart Foundation, played a pivotal role behind the initiative's success.
Because the Sarawak Heart Foundation, under our chairman, our Premier Abang Jo, were able to help to raise more than 2 million ringgit from petrols, press metals, BINTULU port, which are money needed to upgrade the cath lab facility and so on to allow cardiac angiograms. And fourthly, the Ministry of Health as well as all the other senior management allowing the donations and the start of the service.
The collaboration between the Sarawak Public Works Department, JKR, and University Technology Mara, UITM, serves as a strategic platform to develop a skilled, innovative, and industry-relevant workforce for the future of the construction sector. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dr. Amar Douglas Uga Ambas said this is because construction projects in rural parts of the region present unique challenges that require specific expertise and technical skills.
Kalau saya tidak silap, tidak kurang dari 60 bilion cost project dari federal as well as the state. State lebih 36 bilion. Second trunk road, coastal road, 16 buah jambatan dan the regional agencies yang ada membangunkan jalan-jalan raya. Jadi harapan kerjaan kita GPS di bawah pimpinan Yang Berhormat Premier kita bahawa projek ini akan siap dengan baik, dengan sempurna dan dengan mengikut jadual. Karena kalau tidak mengikut jadual, WBOB pun marah, rakyat itu semua marah.
When officiating the 2025 JKR UITM Student Engagement Program at Rumah Panjang Mendit Unsu Penom, Ulupaku today, Uga added that such programs provided an opportunity for participants to gain insight into rural communities' way of life before embarking on any development project.
JKR Sarawak dengan UITM to have this type of exposure program yang baik. Kerana kita memang memerlukan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan memahami keadaan di kampung, di rumah panjang, di pasar, di luar bandar. Because when you start to do your work later on, those are the people that you're handling with.
A total of 60 students from UITM Samarahan campus's College of Built Environment and the Faculty of Engineering took part in the 3-day program held from May 2nd to May 4th. A total of 120 retired teachers were invited to a gathering hosted by the Sarawak Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, KPWK, as a token of appreciation for their contributions and sacrifices in the field of education. Its Minister, Dr. Sri Fatima Abdullah, said the role of teachers in educating, guiding, instilling values and inspiring students is immeasurable and essential in nurturing the human capital needed by Sarawak. She added that the gathering, co-organized with her husband, was a small gesture of gratitude to honor the service of educators who have played a significant role in nation building. The attendees included former teachers, examiners, principals, and senior officials from divisional, state, and federal levels under the Education Ministry. Fatima also said that most guests were from Kuching, while others traveled from as far as Miri and Muka. The age range of attendees was between 60 and above 80 years old. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has extended his congratulations and warm welcome to the government of Kosovo on the opening of its embassy in Kuala Lumpur, which was officially inaugurated earlier today. Speaking at a joint press conference he held in conjunction with the 4-day official visit of Kosovo's President, Dr. Joza Osmani Sadriu, Anwar described the establishment of the embassy as a landmark moment in strengthening bilateral relations between Malaysia and Kosovo.
This will certainly facilitate trade, investment, education, culture, tourism between our two countries, and which includes, of course, halal products, because the certification of halal in Malaysia is recognized internationally, and also facilitate the export of our products, the export of products from Kosovo.
He further emphasized the importance of economic collaboration, particularly in leveraging Kosovo's ties with the European Union.
But more critically, the collaboration between trade investment, so that we can utilize the strength of Kosovo and their strong relations with the EU.
President Osmani Sadriu, who arrived yesterday, was accorded an official welcoming ceremony at Perdana Putra Complex earlier today. U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order instructing the federal government to cease public funding for National Public Radio (NPR) and the Public Broadcasting Service (PBS), citing media bias and unfair coverage. The order claims that both organizations failed to provide taxpayers with fair and accurate reporting on current events.
Trump said the two networks received taxpayer support through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting (CPB) and instructed all federal agencies to cease funding. However, Congress has already approved the CPB budget through 2027, raising questions over the legality and immediate impact of the order. According to NPR and PBS estimates, over 40 million Americans listen to NPR each week, while 36 million watch PBS monthly. NPR Director Catherine Maher previously said that the station is expected to receive approximately $120 million from CPB in 2025, less than 5% of its overall budget. In a statement today, media rights group Reporters Without Borders warned of an alarming deterioration in press freedom under Trump and unprecedented challenges faced by independent journalists.
Meanwhile, TikTok was hit with a massive European Union fine of 530 million euros today, accused of sending personal data of Europeans to China and failing to guarantee it was shielded from access by Chinese authorities. The Chinese-owned social media giant, which is also in the crosshairs of the US, acknowledged during a probe that it has hosted European data in China, contrary to a previous denial. One of the largest fines ever imposed by Ireland's Data Protection Commission, DPC, followed a probe into the lawfulness of data transfers by TikTok. As TikTok, a division of Chinese tech giant ByteDance, has its European headquarters in Ireland, the Irish authority is the lead regulator in Europe for the social platform, as well as others like Google, Meta, and X. The DPC said TikTok failed to verify, guarantee, and demonstrate that the personal data of European users remotely accessed by staff in China was afforded a level of protection. It added that TikTok did not address potential access by Chinese authorities to Europeans' personal data under Chinese anti-terrorism, counter-espionage, and other laws identified by TikTok as diverging from EU standards. TikTok said it planned to appeal the EU fine, insisting it had never received a request from Chinese authorities for European users' data. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I am Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching.